Hello, welcome to...
I would love for somebody from the government, county, or somebody to come down and I'd like for you to drink it. That's what I want you to do, drink it, see how you like it.
People are so spoiled these days.
You're gonna drink your orange juice and you're gonna like it.
At least it's fresh. Oh well, never waste good protein.
These flesh-eating worms that feed on warm-blooded animals have been detected in the US for the first time since 1966. The worm was detected in a 3-week-old calf, with the larvae found in its umbilical area, in the town La Praya in Texas, around 30 miles from the southern US-Mexico border. US Department of Agriculture said, the New World screwworm are parasitic flies who lay eggs in open wounds and mucous membranes on animals. When these eggs hatch, hundreds of larvae with sharp mouths burrow through living flesh and eventually their hosts if left untreated. And their hosts could be pets and people.
Oh well, never waste good protein. Why does it sound like she's enjoying telling us about those parasitic worms that are going to devour us from the inside out? By the way, none of you are eating whilst you're watching this video, are you?
Yo, WTF, my daughter said she saw something last night and I asked her to draw what it looked like.
Jenny, next time you draw the alien in your bedroom, colour in between the lines. He's never going to abduct you with drawings like that. Do better.
Tech company, they have officially invented an artificial egg that can fertilize through DNA a living chicken. It has no mother or father. It doesn't come from a real egg. It is purely a creature of science, and it was just born. It would just hatch. And they're doing this because they want to raise an extinct bird called the South Island giant moa. So this is what the artificial egg looks like. It runs at room temperature and fits inside a regular incubator. And apparently they want all sorts of birds. They want to save all the birds.
Well, as long as it tastes like chicken. This is what is called a slippery slope. It starts out as them making fake birds and ends up with us all living down bunkers trying to avoid face huggers leaping down our throats.
I'm going to have you come along with me and run an errand. And if your city is taking the bait and adding flock cameras or another third-party ALPR, this is a dystopian preview of what your life will be like.
I'm just picking up a pizza, but let's just show you what 2 miles is like.
There's our first one. And then there are 3 on the same pole here, so that is a total of 4. Right now I'm imagining what it would be like if they spent my tax dollars on improving this traffic flow. There's number 5. And 6, 7, way back there. Number 8. 9. 10. 11, 12, 13, and 14. We've traveled just under 2 miles here, so that's an average of 7 cameras per mile tracking every single person who drives on this road and storing that data for 30 days.
Well, at least our cars aren't pointing cameras at us. Driver self-monitoring system. Oh, hold on her.
How coincidental is it that one of the first people that were to get this brain chip from Elon is now able to shapeshift? They even say that these chips will allow these people to talk with machines directly without having to vocalize. It's funny, when they talk about these aliens, this demonic spiritual wickedness high places, how they talk without speaking. And now all of a sudden he can shapeshift in real time.
Kind of like what you see.
That's so scary. It's real, bro. It's real. Leo, how do you do that?
Yo, come check out dude's eye, man.
You wanna know what I think? I think it's a lie. He was never a human in the first place, and this is just some bullcrap to push this chip.
It's all for the good of humanity until they control us like Star Wars droids. I don't know if that's real, but dude has gone to another realm.
Mike rescues animals on his small farm, and on this day, it seemed like a normal day until his animals went crazy, staring at the empty forest. He found a knockdown fence, strange sounds started, growling, heavy breathing, snapping like a rope or ratchet. Not any animal he knew. I'll enhance some of the audio.
Vamos, Billy, venha. Ó.
Then dozens of planes and jets overhead, and as night fell, he grabbed his phone and went live. He saw a giant object hovering above the trees. round, massive, with yellow, blue and green lights blinking like a game. And it wasn't a plane, drone or a helicopter. And Mayk was visibly terrified, locking up animals, calling his mum, and the object dimmed, then seemed to move closer. And the next day he drew what he saw, and he says it was 60 meters big. Emotional in interviews, and even got an alleged DM from Brazil's intelligence agency, ABIN. So with all the strange noises and the physical encounter, what could it be? I can't explain it. What do you think? And this happened just yesterday or the day before, so everything about this is very strange. From the object itself, I mean, that genuinely looks strange, to the sounds, the growling, the high vibration, the cracks and snaps. It kind of gives me Skinwalker vibes or Skinwalker Ranch vibes. So
I couldn't hear anything, but that object looks bizarre. It seems a little too perfect. A guy living remotely captures all this, but maybe that's exactly how this would happen. It does smell a bit like a hoax to me though. Let me know if you've heard of this story. I've seen it going viral. I haven't dug too deep into it, but I've seen his name around the internet. My gut is telling me it's a little too theatrical and probably fake, but I could be wrong.
Newly released UFO files, like this one in Kazakhstan, a mysterious object lighting up the night sky. Other videos showing pulsing balls of light flying erratically and seeming to defy laws of physics. Some even appearing to fly in formations. Part of the Pentagon's release of more than 50 declassified videos and first-hand accounts following President Trump's directive to release government UFO files.
Very bright particles or fragments or something.
The files include audio of astronauts decades ago describing mysterious bright lights and particles.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of big ones out my window that are just bright. Looks like the 4th of July out around the window.
And this report from last year. In an encounter that lasted over an hour, a U.S. intelligence officer reported oval-shaped orange orbs coming within 10 feet of a U.S. helicopter, splitting in two and speeding away, leaving military and intelligence professionals speechless. An explanation. Here, a U.S. F-16 fighter jet shoots down an object over Michigan's Lake Huron in 2023, the same day the Pentagon said it shot down a possible Chinese spy balloon over that lake.
Does anyone else feel like those clips are the low-hanging fruit? Do they not have high-definition videos or photos of craft? Why do we always get these clips that are just mysterious enough to intrigue us, but nowhere near conclusive enough for any sort of disclosure?
Digital price tags where they can change the price of an item at the drop of a hat due to demand, right? So you can buy a loaf of bread, it can double in price by the time you're done shopping. So I don't think that's sustainable. I think that goes into carbon credits. What's happening now in the UK, your carbon footprint is an issue. Now they say is an issue. Now you can only buy so much cheese, only buy so much milk. So because your carbon credits is eating up, you know, your carbon emissions and it's causing greenhouse gases and whatnot. So they say. So I think that all that goes into the digital price tags. What that's going to do is drive up demand. It is going to price a lot of people out. All this stuff that we're seeing has always been in the movies 5-10 years ago. And then it happened.
The idea they can double prices in a day is probably a bit unsubstantiated at this point. But the fact that there are digital tags now means that it is a possibility.
The world's richest man has an exciting announcement about AI.
It's pretty obvious that we're going to have AI that is vastly smarter than humans. AI unequivocally smarter than humans in every way, including in innovation, is probably not more than a year or two away. This is kind of boring. I hope it's nice to us, you know?
Stop messing around now. Where are the cameras? Can someone show me the Truman door exit? This is getting way too bizarre for my mushed up brain.
Things happening today that could potentially limit our risk of severe weather later tonight. But if they don't change the atmosphere, then we're still primed for severe weather tonight.
Change the atmosphere. Has that always been a thing? Does that need to be a thing?
Well, this is disgusting. Glyphosate is now being sprayed in public forest lands, including wildfire burn scars, campgrounds, homes, trails, watersheds, and even areas near national parks.
I refer to my previous point.
California alone, agencies reportedly sprayed about 266,000 pounds of glyphosate on forests in 2023, roughly 5 times more than just 2 decades ago. Doctors and residents are warning that repeated spraying near burn scars could threaten children, wildlife, soil systems, creeks, groundwater, and nearby communities through drift and runoff, as these materials are water soluble and is often detected in the air and the rain. Meanwhile, Bayer has already paid more than $12 billion in Roundup-related lawsuits, with tens of thousands of cases still pending. New projects are still moving forward, many of which are taxpayer-funded through forest services.
Rabbits better start learning how to build nuclear bunkers or they're toast. Rabbit on toast. As interesting as that parked car is, did any of you consider pointing your cameras to the sky to capture the giant alien craft hovering over you? Just a thought.
I heard about this prediction from a Brazilian psychic claiming that something massive is about to happen over a major sporting event on June 24th. Her name is Vo Bahiana, and she's saying that on that date, a UFO mothership will appear over a major sporting event in Miami. And in that moment, we'll have undeniable proof that we're not alone in the universe. Proof that interdimensional, extraterrestrial, alien beings are here. She's also claiming that her vision showed her that 700 people, from attendees to players, will be taken up into this craft, and they'll be told that they have a role in saving humanity.
England are finally going to win the World Cup again, and an alien mothership turns up. Typical. This has been the James Linker Experience. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon.